Wassail Beautiful People. So I've returned to Neptune. Hello, Neptune. Because some of you, Cindy in particular, did notice there was an unhappiness about Neptune, and it's because Neptune's fountain, his jug, is not pouring. And there's something about Ganymede in the energy of the jug, aquarium water bearer frequency, and he bears no water. So I've been digging into the history, and the park itself was given as a gift to Cascais by a count who used to live here, and all of the water features, because there's lots of them all around the park, they're all empty, they all don't run. And this is a really bad manifestation energy. This is a statue of Neptune, Poseidon, the god of water. And if you have no water flowing, you're blocking off all kinds of watery emotions, you're blocking off movement, you're inviting drought in many levels by not having the fountains working, not having water features filled. You know, so I kind of wanted to come here and do a bit of grid work. So I bought my divining rods with me, and I've mapped the area. I've had a little stroll around the area, and I've created a map of where the energies are, but it's incredibly complicated. The flow of frequency is blocked. So here's Neptune in the middle here, and the main energies are flowing down across the front towards this group of trees with energy bleeds, and then around the edge it's like the rocks where there's been no water flowing for so long has created an energetic hole, a void in the middle here, which was where I sat and did the reading. Look, he's crying because he wants water to flow. It's not his natural state to be this dry. So all around the edge we've got this energy center that's flowing all the way around down here and then off in that direction. All the energy is blocked. And actually, interestingly, below on the mosaic that's here, there's a series of radials that are creating what I do when I do my energy healing work for grid work. You look at where the lines converge, and then you need to put intention, and I use obviously sound healing to do that, but you count the number of radials. The only radials I can find around the edge of this area in the blockage are 7, just 7. There should be 12, and then the energy of you is the 13th connection, and you pull that energy down. So I need to go away. I'm not sure that the energy can be dealt with here today, but I need to go away and work on the frequency, think about a plan of how I can sing the dragon lines back into movement. Because one of the things that I like to do is to connect with the earth, use the eyes in your feet, the ears in your feet, see into the earth and pull the energies back around and mark them in and bring back all 12 of the radials and pull in the energy of the 13th so that the area is cleansed. And I'm not saying that right now we will get water coming, but at some point in the future, the city of Cascais, exactly, Cockerel, will turn the water back on. So I've also bought this wonderful piece of merlinite. It's a very precious piece of merlinite. And I've also bought this wonderful Pacific opal. And I'm going to gift them and bury them amongst Neptune. And I've filled these with so much love and so much intention so that I can bring a healing to just this part of the park. And then over the next few weeks I'm going to go and visit all the other areas and map out where there are things that need to be fixed. So this is just a short video with the intention of what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try and teach you all how to do it. There's the most fabulous cockerel here dancing backwards. Oh, and the other one just so golden. It's got a really big neckline. They're stressed about the energy in this area. So anyway, this is the video for now. We'll get back to you about what we're doing. I'm just going to try and get you so you can see the cockerels, because they're so I'm going to show you how I look for the standing wave. I have an app on my phone which teaches you or shows you, it's really for teaching you how to tune a guitar, but it shows you the pitch that something's resonating at, which will be my voice. But I'm going to move my voice up and down into this space to try and get a sense of what this area's energy standing wave is. And I kind of feel that it ought to have some kind of link to the E flat, which is Neptune in sound healing. But who knows, there could be some kind of distortion that's not allowing us to hear that frequency. So anyway, let's have a little sound and see what we get. You see, at the moment there's not any sound that's particularly resonating other than the cockerel. So let's have another little look. It's so funny. Every time I sing, he stops and looks with his side eye at me. So I'm going to move further in and bring the energy around Neptune. So just bear with me. So it's F. It's F of the natural world here at the moment, which will be quite a nice frequency, but I feel like we need to establish the frequency of E flat for Neptune. So the cockerel's really stunned by me singing every time I do it. But I will carry on because I just want to explore how Neptune's doing. But sometimes when I do this in rooms, I stand in the corner of the rooms and do the scale up and down. So I'm trying to focus my energy into the stones so that I can hear what the frequency is. But this F is acting like a barrier. It's enclosing this area in a distortion. So I've been singing to the various rocks, to the statue, and to the basin, the bowl, the fountain into which the water would fall and be caught. And while this wall has the energy of an F, the basin itself is calling itself a C flat, which is really interesting because C flat's actually B, and that's divine feminine consciousness. But there's something about calling it C flat is telling me that it's actually an earthing note of the world, and that gives you that sense of C to F being a perfect fourth. But the flattening of it's talking about how the energy is distorted. So rather than it coming out as a B, as a consciousness from high up in the cosmos, it's becoming a sort of distorted energy, an energy trap, a void space, something yearning, because really the energy here should be D and E flat. It should be that notion of cleansing the waters, and yet we're not getting that. Although saying that, I did just sense that rain is going to come, so just my little bit of singing here has already it's already manifested water, just not necessarily in the way that I anticipated. Anyway, so that's a little video for now. I'll be working on this area and I'll post more videos about how to deal and how to work with the energies of the earth, because it's possible to use the voice or your intention to shift broken energy lines. I call them dragon lines, and here the dragon lines will be earth and water dragon lines, I'm quite sure. But I need to look into that, and I will bring cards and do some kind of reading so that we get a sense of the energy that Neptune is trying to call in, and the messages about water for all of us, because water is a very valuable resource at the moment, and in many parts of the world it's toxic, and we need to be looking into how to purify it and how to allow the flow. Anyway, what's out for now?